although I'm a singer and a songwriter, and you'll find a lot of my songs are written because of terrible relationship situations I've been through. Just listening to the titles of them: Never Let You In Again, Don't Come Again, Your Texts Are Never Turning Blue Again, No Way For You to Get a Reaction, and all of my other songs have some type of lyric in them because of terrible relationship mistakes that I have made in the past. I think my songs have helped me heal, and I hope that people listening to them, that they're healing to you as well. Sometimes if you grow up in a bad home environment, a broken home, and if you are a scapegoat child, you can end up dating, and I've heard it called two different names: dark triad and dark tetrid. Normally it's narcissism, Machiavellism, antisocial or psychopathy, sometimes borderline, sadism, paranoia. I dated one of these characters. I've probably dated a few people with a lot of these traits. They also can have substance abuse, anxiety, and depression. I myself love to hear from former victims because I can relate to stuff that they went through. I've had people try to tell me what content to make. You're a singer, I don't want to hear about this type of stuff. But I'm the opposite. I don't like whenever you have singers or songwriters that get involved in politics and try to tell you who to vote for. But I do like getting to know them as a person and why they wrote the songs that they wrote. And I like to share my experiences. If you don't know what dark triad or dark tetrid are, here are a few people that you know from the news that have these conditions. So you can see exactly who I dated and why I wrote so many heartbreak songs. Wade Wilson. I believe he killed 3 women when he went to death row, and I recently said that he liked a comment of mine on TikTok calling him a monster. He choked women. He actually was going after his ex-girlfriend. They love revenge. The dark tetrid guy that I dated has an artist development group in Georgia. Be very careful, especially if you're R&B or hip hop, and you hire people in the music industry, ones that have sucked up to famous people. They really love to suck up to people. It's the narcissism. It's the wanting to be something, wanting to be famous, wanting to be rich. Be very careful of anyone that has a studio or that distribute music. They say that they are an artist manager, artist development, any of that type of stuff, especially in Georgia or Canada. The one I focus on, though, is the one that I dated, because not only is it terrible to date a character like this, but when he's your artist manager and over your dreams as well, it makes it even more sinister. When he was abusive to me, I never could get away from this man because he was my artist manager too. And one person I could describe him a lot like is Diddy. The stories I hear about Diddy are very similar to the dark tetrid guy that I dated. The only thing is, Diddy actually did get somewhere in the music industry, was very famous. This guy is a wannabe Diddy. And also another one that I'm in a lawsuit with now. I recently hired one of the best lawyers in Canada to get money, contracts I had made, work that wasn't done. I was taken advantage of by somebody that I also think is highly narcissistic. These people suck up to important people in the music industry. They're not really anything special themselves, but they suck up to famous people, producers. That's how they portray an image that they're successful. And one thing I learned is many of these people are highly in debt. They also like to portray themselves as single. The one in Georgia that has the artist development group, he still portrays himself as single. He was engaged whenever I met him. A few months before I met him, he got engaged. I'm guessing because of his mental illness and dating a billion women at one time, he wants to portray himself as normal. I'm sure a lot of his friends have been married by now and had children, and you get attention too when you get married, when you have kids. And I think that he doesn't like to be alone because he is a narcissist, and I also saw signs of borderline. He doesn't like abandoned. I noticed that because I gave him a taste of his medicine at times. I ignored his call deliberately before New Year's, the last New Year's that I was dating him, or that I was still with his artist development group. He called 7 times, and I think he just didn't have any other victim that night. Ma'am, the text said. Are you there? 7 times. This guy was such a monster. If I didn't call him back within an hour, he would flip out. But he thought he was so entitled he could go days, weeks, months, possibly years, and not contact me. The new supply after me was a victim previously. She was an artist under him. She won American Idol, I believe in Wisconsin. She got offered a record deal by Def Jams to be a songwriter, or so she says. You never know in this industry because there are so many scammers in the music industry. He ruined it for her. Somehow he made her lose it. They fought. They didn't date back then, but she had a terrible experience with him. He turned everybody on her. She was on drugs. Narcissists love to do that, especially covert ones. They will talk shit on you to everybody. You're a liar. You're crazy. You're sensitive. You're a stalker. People won't leave you alone. They'll turn everybody on you, friend or lover. He hoovered this girl 5 years later. Then he ended up cheating on me with her. They weren't dating initially. I think she was maybe in a relationship at the time. Hoovered her back 5 years later. So these monsters keep tabs on you as well. But he was engaged, and he portrays himself to this day as single on every social media profile. They also have Machiavellism, or antisocial, and sadism. So they enjoy revenge. It's pleasure to them. So he would deliberately cheat in front of me, do really nasty things to hurt me. And one thing that he did was he tried to marry the hidden double life fiance within days of my birthday. He married her April 8th, and my birthday is April 13th. They're also very selfish. They want everything for their birthday, but won't even tell you happy birthday, even when they know it's around your birthday. They're the most selfish people. If you're long distance, they will make you pay for flights and hotel to come see them. I don't know if it's that they're selfish and cheap. A lot of these dark tetrid guys are majorly in debt. They buy things way out of their means for show and have no money. And a lot of them don't use protection when they have sex. So they have numerous kids and owe tons in child support. I started doing record checks after I escaped from the dark tetrid guy. He owes $77,000 for one daughter in child support. That's more than I owe on my house. Could you picture that bill and all the restrictions with that? Not being able to leave Georgia. What a pain that would be. If you Google his name on Google, it comes up that he has a huge child support case against him. He had kids I didn't even know about. Now he has kids with his new wife. And I pray for the woman because